Hang on, I'll give it a sec. Just give me a second. Right. So we are live. And how is everybody? So I'll just wait to see if anybody pops in. So I got a parcel. I'm live streaming on YouTube at the moment. And I'm just I got a new camera sent to me today. It's a Pro Logitech camera, and you can see me a lot better now than you used to be able to. So that is really cool. I'm just giving this guy. I got a parcel today from America from my good friend, the Undisputed Frost, today, and he gave me this camera for my laptop and for my YouTube channel. So yeah, hello Samson, how are you? It's one of my work colleagues. What are you up to? So before I start and I show this stuff, would you please like this video or live stream? If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. So yeah, that would be very, very cool. How are you? So is it working? Is there a lag? I need to know if there's a wee bit of a lag. But yeah, and what does the camera look like? Can you see me quite well? I'll just see if Samson tells me. So yeah, so yeah, I got a parcel from the Undisputed Frost. So that was really cool. It was quite exciting. Hello, Tat. You can see me really good. That's awesome. No lag. So actually, I think Tat, you had something to do with one of these these things, these action figures that I've got. Oh, awesome! Cheers, guys. Tat's a good friend of mine. He's a good bastard, actually. So yeah. So I will show you very, very shortly. So, but first, before I show you what Frostgate got me, I did get these last week. So I've been collecting, as you can see behind me. I've got the Star Wars Vintage Collection behind me. So yeah, so I got a couple of figures for that collection. So we have got Endor, the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Vintage Collection, Princess Leia. Where are we? There we are, right there. Sorry about the glare. So we've got the Princess Leia. Sorry about the lighting in this room. I've got a white light, so maybe I need to change my light in here and make it a bit darker. But yeah, there you go. The sculpt on this figure is really cool, and it's got the Lucasfilms logo on it. So that is cool. I don't know if this was a Walmart exclusive or what it was, but yeah, it's pretty cool, that figure. And then we got Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the Wicket, the Ewok. So it's a nice wee figure I've got here. So yeah, so I got those last week. So they were really cool. So I'm going to get into the cool stuff that I got from the Undisputed Frost, who is a good mate of mine. I've known him for quite a few years now. So let's get into it, eh? He sent me an awesome care package. We've sort of done a bit of a swap. I've got a box that I need to send over to him. I've been bloody hopeless. So I will get my A and the G and send him some stuff. And there's some stuff from Ray as well. Yeah. So I'm going to do that in the next week or so. I promise. So he was at one of the shops recently, and he was looking at the wrestling action figures. And we were talking about this Kiwi, this New Zealand girl that's wrestling in the WWE, and it is Dakota Kai. And he saw her figure. Yeah, you did, Tat. You have. So he got me the New Zealand girl that's wrestling in WWE, Dakota. So that is really awesome. So I don't know if I'll crack it free or I'll keep this in its packaging, because she might come to Armageddon in New Zealand, and maybe I'll just wait and see if I can get that signed by her when she's back in the country. I don't know. Or I'll crack it open. But that's really cool, actually. Frosty is the man. It was awesome. It was great to come home from a hard day at work to this sort of cool stuff. So, yeah, Dakota Kai. I think she's from Auckland. I might be wrong. I think she's from Auckland. But, yeah, that was really cool to get that. What's been happening with you, Tat? So then I got, here you go, Tat. I think you might have had something to do with this one. Did you? That is really awesome. So thank you, Frost, and thank you, Tat. That is awesome. I can't believe I got this. Yeah, this is cool. So now they need to make, because I've got Colossus, Thunderbird, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, and I need a Banshee. I don't think there's a Banshee, yet. So that is pretty dope, actually. See, yeah, that's pretty dope. I gotta say, I won't. Then I got these action figure stands. So they're pretty cool. Let's have a look. Let's see what they like. In a bit, I haven't drawn anything for ages, Tat. I am very slack. I should draw something sometime. Maybe I will. Maybe I will this weekend. What do you reckon? Oh, yeah, these are quite cool. These figure stands. Oh, yeah. Let's try one of them and see what happens, eh? Oh, you got... Will they fit up here? Let's try you, Magneto. You keep falling down. So you put it in there. And boom. But I think, yeah, as I suspected, it's too big. They're too big for up there. But, and now he won't stay up. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Oh, dear. But I think Judge Dredd will. I think Judge Dredd will stay up there. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, there we go. He's got a peg. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Cheers, man. Yeah, I'm just lazy, aren't I? You've seen some of my artwork. So there you go. Dredd is now on a stand. That is pretty cool, actually, because he keeps falling over. So actually, these will be quite good. Thank you for those, Frost. And then the last cool thing that I got in this was this bad boy, or bad girl. We've got Rogue, and we've got it in a protected case, so I really like it. This is pretty awesome, actually. I've got to say, that's really cool. So, yeah. So that's what he sent me. So, yeah. That is really cool. I've wanted this figurine for a long, long time. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about getting that. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So you can see everything in the background, all right, eh? Yeah, tell me about it. Yep. I've already got her, but I've got her in this version of her. So yeah, I always like the Jim Lee version. Like yeah. So so the camera looks good, everything looks good. So I'll probably do some more live streams now that you can see my ugly face. So I just noticed over there one of my figures has fallen down actually. Luke Skywalker of the Black Series and knocked all the other figures over there. So yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. So yeah, so just a quick live stream. This camera is awesome, Frost. Thank you, Frost, for this package. It is freaking awesome, man. So shout out to Frost. I'll leave a link to his channel if you want to sub him up. Do so. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs. I don't know what I'm at. I'm probably 944 subs. So I would love if you could sub me up, please. Yeah, give me a like, sub to my channel, comment, share it. So yeah, that would be really cool. So yeah, that will do, people. Thank you very much, Tat, and thank you, Samson, my workmate, who was in my chat just then. Hello, Oscar. How are you? So yeah, did you see everything, Oscar, that I had? So I got a parcel. What are you? How are you, Oscar? Are you good? Hello, Oscar. Oh, okay, I'll show you. So we got Sunfire. So there's an X-Man. So we got Sunfire. We got Rogue. We got Rogue. It's in a protector case. And we got Dakota Kai, which is a Kiwi wrestler. Frost seen her over in America and thought I would. Hello, Larry. How are you? What's been happening with you, man? So yeah, what are you up to? All right. Okay, Tat. We'll catch you later. So that's what I got, Larry. That's what I got. And a bit of Sunfire. And some Star Wars. So we got Wicket, the Ewok. And Princess Leia. So yeah, that's what I got. What have you been up to, Larry? So, and a camera. I got this new camera. You can see me properly now, Larry. Cheers, Oscar. Yeah, bro. Did he what? so you staying at my place this Friday, Oscar? He hooked me up, Larry. He did. So yeah. What? And I got some action figure stands. So okay, Oscar. We'll see you on Friday. You have a good day. Good night. Oh, yeah? Okay. Cool. Do you? I don't even know how to do it. Do a link. I invite. Let's see. Let's just do this. Copy. And oh no, I can't. Got it. Yeah, okay. I'll send you a link. Hang on. I just got to work out how you do it. Right, I'm back. Oh, yep, yep. I pressed the wrong button then, Larry. I did. Hang on, give me a sec. I'll find you. Facebook. Where is Facebook? What do you know? There we go. Found you. Yep, there we go. Paste. There you go. Send you a link. Yep, done. So my action figures have fallen over there, fallen down over there. So I'll just wait for you. You'll pop up soon. But yeah, I just pressed the wrong link then and left the studio for a sec. We'll just see if you show up. Just from Zelda. Oh, there you are. I see you. Hello.
I have arrived, good sir.
How are you?
Brother, I'm doing great, man. It's been a little while since we've had a jaw, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the fact that I'm appearing on a Those Guys episode as a founding member, you know, of Those Guys from back in the day. It feels like, Kyle, it has come a full circle, my friend.
It has, hasn't it? Those guys. That's
Those
right.
guys. It's those guys. It's always those guys. And I know that speech because I was there in the hangout when it happened. There were 4 guys there that day, and that was one of your benefactors who just bestowed upon you a great deal of loot. Undisputed Frost, myself, the Great Legend Show coming at you live, and one Alex the Comic Hoarder.
Alex the Comic Hoarder.
Alex the Comic Hoarder was the guy that key phrased those guys.
Ahead of it. That's a long time ago now, wasn't it?
That is a history lesson for those who are just watching this young upstart Kiwi prince for the very first time.
That's right. So, how's the book going?
Dude, before we get into all that, let me just say this. Your upgrades are absolutely amazing in the sense of like your camera, your mic, the way that you have your background. You know, you've leveled up on your YouTube game, and I'm happy to see that. Because not only that, right? Because like when you used to stream before, it was a little grainy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
choppy, right? Yeah. You know, like it always looked like you're about to lose connection at any given moment. You know what I mean? But now you're coming off like it looks smooth, it looks clean, it looks crisp. You know, you sound good, the visual is good, and of course you got a great looking backdrop, man.
I know. Look at that, darling.
I know. Look at that.
Star Wars. I could go that way, and I've got Marvel Legends and X-Men comic books.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I missed the first part of the video, but it looked like you know, he dumped a lot of stuff on you, man.
So the camera that I'm using right now, he upgraded himself to a better one. So
he sent you down the hand-me-downs.
Well, it's a pretty awesome hand-me-down,
right?
So what a.
Now, I haven't talked to Frost in a little bit. He hasn't been on Facebook in a little while, so I've lost touch with him, you know?
Yeah, he's not on Facebook anymore. He just uses the messenger, so that's how you get hold of him. So...
Well, you know, so I'll tell you, I'm being published. I mean, you know that, but maybe some of the people viewing don't know.
Yep, you tell them. Go
Well,
for
I
it.
will. I remember because we talked again about back in the day, right? Well, I remember back in the day there was a young woman called Res Reeds. Remember Res
Right.
Reeds, right?
Sure do.
And I remember telling Res Reeds, that one day Niobe's going to get published, and she laughed at me. And I said, listen, Res, I said it's not going to happen overnight. It's a process. I said I'm looking at a 5-year plan. And funny enough, this seems to be about 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And so, long story short, is Antarctic Press has picked up the Niobe Birthright storyline. We're going to be appearing in one of their books called Exciting Comics, which is like a comic anthology series.
Right.
And that's my Kyle. That's my foot in the door, and I'll share a little something. With you here. Boom. You just click on my little share screen, and that will pop up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, look at that.
There you go. Look at that. I did not know you could do that.
Right, Kyle. Like I said, you have just leveled up now with StreamYard.
Yeah.
You ever need a few little lessons, I can help you out. There's like the free version, which is probably what you're using, and it's what I use as well, right?
Yeah.
It's somewhat limited, but if you end up paying for the one where you can have like 10 people, there is so much you can do with it. But for now, this works well. On the road to 1,000. I thought you were at 1,000 subs.
No, I'm at 944.
Well, did some drop off? What happened? Did YouTube found out you bought some or what?
You get some, you lose some. It's a battle.
Now, there's a person in the chat who I've not seen in a long. I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi in a long time. You know what I mean?
Hello, Count.
It's the Count Vaughn Strange the fourth. He says, "Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, bro."
So what you're looking at is the cover for Exciting Comics number 17 from Antarctic Press. Going to be available at comic shops. Whoever deals with Diamond, you get the Diamond code and you can order this book. And Kyle, it has morphed in. Like I thought I was just going to be appearing in one issue. No, sir. They have changed that to 4 issues, so it's going to be 17 to 20.
Oh, well, cool.
And we interviewed actually on my show on Saturday night, Mr. Ben Dunn. Now, I don't know if you know who that is, but for those that don't, Ben Dunn is basically the guy that created Antarctic Press. They've been in business for over 35 years. For those that collected back in the day, you might remember books like Gold Digger or Ninja High School. Those books are still around, still kicking. They published, Robotech back in the day, Right now they publish great books like Rags and Punchline and Common America and Patriotica, which are all sort of like a hot bad girl sort of chick books, Kyle. And so we submitted Niobe. They took it. They said, how about Exciting Comics? And, if it does well, if it sells well, then there's the potential that maybe Niobe will have her own little mini series or something going on in that way, right? So that's sort of like the real big sort of thing that's been happening lately. I get to be on the shelf. We get to compete with everyone else. The cover that you're looking at, that's done by Randy Green. And if that name sounds familiar to some of you, it should, because Randy Green used to be the artist on Witchblade after Michael Turner.
Oh, okay.
So he's the one that did that cover for us. We got him out of comic book retirement, Kyle, for that cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and so the colors are done by Dan Overa, and we're
you there? Ed Stream. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I accidentally muted myself, and when I did that, it said, "Oh, he's no longer here," and we gotta get rid of him. We gotta get rid of that bad Niobe guy, And so there's that, right? The last Kickstarter we did $16,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then we did an Indiegogo that did almost 4. So in conjunction, and together they did about 20 grand, which is like the most we've ever made on crowdfunding ever. We went from black and white to full color. We changed artists. Steve Ballou, right?
Absolutely.
Steve Ballou, and you remember how well he could draw robots, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He too is working for Antarctic Press.
Oh, nice.
He's drawn a backup story in Ninja High School based on an old property of Ben Dunn's called Tiger X. And if that sounds familiar, the reason is because it was a series of big, giant mecha robots. Now, what do you think Steve really draws? You know what I mean? Steve draws big, giant mecha robots, and he does it well. Like, he was showing some of the pages the other night, Kyle. I haven't talked to him in a bit. We had him on stream. Just blew my mind, brother. It was just, whoa, Steve, you have leveled up like tenfold since Niobe. You know what I mean? You know, but we've always told him, draw Transformers. You know, you should be applying to IDW.
He should be drawing robots and planets and all space.
Yeah. Well, it had this whole like Judge Dredd, like, you know, you're a Judge Dredd guy, so like you appreciate this. It had a Judge Dredd feel to it. Like, it was almost like Kirby meeting 2000 AD. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was that cool, man. So that's going to be in the back of, I think, Ninja High School 185. So if you remember Steve, guys out there, you want to support Steve, buy that issue of Ninja High School, because his story is going to be in the back. I think it's like an 8 to 10 page backup story. Yeah,
Steve's a good guy. I haven't spoken to Steve in a while, but man, he could draw some robots.
Oh, dude, he, you know, just a lot's been happening, Kyle, and it's good to see you, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, me and you have talked off and on, of course, throughout the years. You know, and occasionally on Facebook, and once in a while, you know, we'll all get together in a little hangout. But you know, we haven't really had a really good jaw in a while, you know. The new camera does look great, doesn't it? Count's loving the new camera, brother.
Jeez, man. There you go.
Right? So did you just get that today? Like, did you just hook that bad boy up today or what?
Yeah, from Frost.
From Frost. Now, where's Frost? Like, Frost should be here, you know, hanging out as you unbox his goodies.
He's seen them. Yeah. He's probably in bed, but
in bed. Well, what time is it for you? Like, for me, it's almost 3 a.m.
5 to 6 Tuesday night.
Fuck, it's almost supper time, bud.
Yeah. I've had my dinner, but like, this is cool. So Dakota Kai, she's a Kiwi. She's a New Zealander.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. Like, I heard the name Dakota Kai. She's in the wrestling game I play.
But
I know nothing about her. So you just
Frost thought of me because he knew who she was. We'd actually been talking about her because I'd seen a thing of her on New Zealand TV about this Kiwi girl making it big in the WWE.
Right.
So, and then he saw her at the shop and he thought, oh, I'm going to get that for what?
How are the Blackhawks doing?
The Blackhawks, I don't know, but the Black Caps. now there's a world champion team, the Black Caps, a New Zealand cricket team.
New Zealand cricket team, yeah. How's the COVID been over there for you, man?
Oh, it's good. We've had no community cases since February the 22nd, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but and just that strict policy, you know, quarantine for 14 days and manage units, motels they've got, and then you're allowed out into the community.
You're allowed out. They'll let you go out and play.
Yep. You've got to do 14 days if you want to come into the country.
Yeah.
But we've got a bubble with Australia where you don't quarantine, and it seems to be working pretty good. But they're pretty strict. Their track and tracing's really good. And like, you know, and they're rolling out the vaccines at the moment. So we have really, I think we got affected last year that we had a real strict lockdown that first month of COVID way back last March, you know, in 2020. And we've basically been COVID free since. We've had a couple of outbreaks, but they were able to get onto them and just do wee lockdowns. And that's how you got to do it, man.
Well, you know, I had my bug shot today.
You did? Yep.
Yeah. I was supposed to have it on Wednesday, and I was mailing Niobe packages for the last campaign we did. And while I was down there, it's at the pharmacy. And I said, you know, I got this appointment on Wednesday and I can't make my bug shot appointment. They're like, do you want to do it now? And I'm like, we can do it now. They're like, yeah, no, we'll just do it now. And so I got poked in the arm. It's a little sore, but other than that, you know, I'm fine. As long as I don't get any blood clots or anything, I think we're doing good, you know.
I got the Pfizer.
Same here, brother. Same here.
On Saturday, the first shot. So
that's what was me for shot number one. Like we're gearing back, to head back to normal here in Canada, at least in my neck of Canada.
Yeah,
because where we live, we're a lower population, so we didn't have that as many cases as say like a big city like Toronto or Calgary did.
So and common sense is happening in the UK too, because they were going to open up everything on the 21st of June, but they now put it back a month because the Delta, because you're not allowed to call it by countries anymore, the Delta strain is spreading quite fast over there. So, probably a good idea.
Now, all those figures, switching conversations now, of all those figures, do you have magic? Can you share the magic?
I do have magic. She's right here. I was looking at her.
Fuck yeah, brother. I need to get me one. Frost, why don't you send me one of those? Like, why don't you hook me up, Frost, and send me
Look at that.
Yeah, I know. That's a beautiful figure. Is that the Legends figure?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I got to track me down one of those.
See that? Yeah.
Yeah. Butt shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's they're actually really nice, these figures.
Kyle, did you know that I've been making a killing on eBay?
Have you? Selling comics? Look at this one.
It's Psylocke. Yeah. Jamie Tyndall just is doing a variant cover on his web store for one of the new X-Men books. And my God, the Psylocke he drew is like it would make people blush. You know what I mean? Like honest to God, Kyle, make people blush. eBay's been treating me well. Kyle, did you know that indie comic books are heavily traded on the secondary market?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like people think these indie books, they're not worth the paper they're printed on. Why buy them? Why collect them? I'm going to share a screen with you. Get a load of this, Kyle. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this book cost me $4 to print.
Oh, yes.
And that's not a sales listing. That's a sold listing. So that's 182 Canada. That equals 150 US dollars.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's what they're flipping my Paul Green Niobe covers for.
They're flipping it.
They're flipping. No, seriously, dude. What they do, right, is they'll back a Kickstarter, and they'll try and get a couple of copies, whatever. And a month or so after the Kickstarter ends, they'll throw them up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Now, granted, Paul Green has a pretty huge following. He's got a J. Scott Campbell sort of style. He does a lot of work with Zenoscope Comics, Lady Death, that sort of stuff. He's got a name in the industry. So his fans, what they end up doing, right, is they look for the rarest of his covers. Niobe would be one of those because there may be, Kyle, 300 of these in existence, right? So hard Paul Green fans go, oh, we want his rarest shit. And so that it gets flipped on eBay for a crazy amount of money, like $150, right? And so I saw this and I'm like, holy fuck, this is outrageous, because just a few weeks ago, prior to that, I was selling them for 22. You could have got it from me for 22 and saved yourself, $130, So I decided, go ahead.
Isn't it crazy this year when it comes to comic books?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And listen, some people say that the comic book industry is dead, and in some ways, or dying, right? And in some ways, they're sort of right. But I can point out to examples where they would also be wrong. I mean, they're right in the way that I guess Marvel and DC Comics, for the most part, haven't hit the mark like the way they used to. I mean, I'm sure they still got some good books. The only book I buy from Marvel right now is X-Men Legends.
Yeah. I've got that. Walt Simonson and Louise Simonson.
That's right. Yeah, and before that, it was like Brett Booth doing the art, and you had Fabian. Yeah. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's a long time writer. So what they do is they're just they're making old school X-Men but new stories. You know what I mean? It takes place back in the day, but it's all new stuff, but it's still considered to be quote unquote canon. So I've been buying that. But I don't really get a lot of the big two anymore. It just doesn't hit the mark for me.
No, I get Marauders and X-Men and X-Men Legends. They're the only books I get, and the rest of it can just
Right. You know,
F off. Because it's
right.
crap.
And you know, it's the same way with DC, you know. I don't get any DC, but what I do get is a lot of like sort of you know, smaller publishers sort of stuff. Like one
Yeah.
good book from Image Comics is called Noctira, right? It's one of the few
Right.
good books that they're actually making. It's selling out like crazy. It's written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Tony Daniels, who used to do a book back in the day called The 10th.
Right.
So like here, I mean, I got some stuff I can show you. Do you want to see some stuff?
Yeah, man.
You want to see some stuff? Can I show some comic books? That's what this is, right? A comic book show?
Absolutely, it is.
All right, all right.
I haven't done a show in a long, long time, so why not? Oh, there you go. You're back.
Yeah, yeah. It's because I tried to turn on my camera and it was used. I was doing stuff on OBS before.
Right.
Like I just saw you actually kind of randomly live by accident. I was just flipping through YouTube, like, oh shit, Kyle's live. All right, let's go say hello. You know. So I picked this up, Kyle. This was just in my file. Now this is way.
Yeah.
Now I read the first one, right? And this is my first sort of venture back into the X-Men since Jonathan Hickman took over, to be honest with you. Like I read maybe the first 2 or 3 issues of Power of X and House of X and didn't fucking understand a thing that was going on and kind of dropped off. But I get it now because, you know, I had guys like you and Risey explain it all to me. But in this book here, you know, basically Nightcrawler is just sort of reflecting on life and everything that's going on. It's like, are we doing the right thing? And we're having these fucking death battles on the island because none of us can die. And Magneto's just lost his fucking mind, you know, which is bringing us to the, you know, the trial of Magneto. So I had the first one. It was thrown in my file by accident, but I bought it anyway. Since I read the first one, I'm going to read the second one. Have you checked that out at all? The Way of
X? It wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's okay, I guess, you know.
It's leading into the Hellfire Gala.
Sure.
That's the big crossover.
Yeah, you know, don't get me started on that. 12-issue miniseries for a fucking fashion show. I don't know, but
I know what you mean. Yeah.
This is Noctira, though. This is what I was telling you about. This is the new Image comic. Now they're up to issue number 4, and finding the first 3 is going to be tough now. Like they're probably, you'll find them on eBay and pay the extra for them. But this is a cool book, you know. It's, you know, set in the world where it's all. You ever watch the movie Pitch Black with like fucking Vin Diesel?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like that. It's a world of darkness, and there's these things called shades that can take over humans, and you know, you need a lot of light to hurt them and stuff, right? And she's like a trucker, like a badass trucker that goes from settlement to settlement in the middle of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. The next stuff here I'm going to show you is a set. I'm just missing the last one. I don't think it's out yet. But it's Tarna from Heavy Metal.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is the new Tarna series written by Stephanie Phillips. It's been pretty good. I've only read the first 3, so I got to get to the last 2 here.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah, brother. But, you know, if you like old school Heavy Metal, you like Tarna, pick this up. The only thing that's kind of weird about this is that Tarna, you know, traditionally, if you ever, you know, saw the movie, if you've seen her in the magazines, you saw any other miniseries that they've done with her before, she doesn't speak. But in here, she talks. So Tarna speaks now, just so you know. Tarna speaks. I mean, that's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I always thought she probably could speak and just chose not to, you know. Here's another one of the Nocturne. This is the latest one, actually. Like, they didn't have number 3. They skipped number 3 on me, so I have to hunt down number 3. You know what I mean?
That's a pretty cool cover.
Yeah, like I said, Tony Daniels, man. Like I said, he was a great artist back in the day, still is, but you know, I mean, and when they first started that book, I believe that also started on a Kickstarter. Now I'll show you this one. This is the brand new Red Sonja series. This is a fucking riot, man. It's written by Jimmy Palminotti.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Amanda Connor. They write it. It's not them drawing it, but they write it. It's only 2nd issue in, but this has been absolutely probably one of the best Red Sonja books I've read in a while. I'll just open. Yeah, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, the arts look a little dark in there because it's happening at nighttime, but
no, I like it.
Sonya ends up meeting this like princess and hires her as a bodyguard because she's going to get married to this like foreign dude, and a bunch of shit goes down, and you know all Sonya's after is the money, you know. But yeah, it's been pretty good. So you know, I mean, this is sort of, you know, stuff again, like very little Marvel or DC you're going to see in here. I have been on an Invincible kick though since watching the show. I never really, you know, I've read a couple of the comics, but I never really got into it. But I watched the show. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't, go check it out. 8 episodes of fucking superhero greatness. But this is I've been picking up this mini series that I'm trying to find. Adam, Eve, and Rexplode from Invincible.
Oh, cool.
Right, so that's from Image Comics.
Yeah,
this is just a back issue I bought of Ninja High School because you know, this took me back to the day. Like I said, we interviewed Ben Dunn. I feel like coming full circle. I bought this when I was 14, you know, back in the day. Trying to draw these characters, and now like my book is being published by his company. Like, you know what I mean?
It's pretty cool way.
Yeah, and you know, I showed you that cover, you know, for our published comic. So this is Randy Green. This is the guy who did that cover, right? So he was doing the Witchblade, this run of Witchblade right here.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and this here is just an indie comic I got from Kickstarter. It's called Sword of Justice.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good fantasy book. I tried to get the guy to draw Niobe. He was just too busy. And then we got from Absolute Comics, our Darkon. I got it because I'm a big White Widow fan, and she's in the book, right?
Yeah.
So picked up number 3 because she's guest starring in the book. But I mean, what I really buy is White Widow, and that's some good stuff as well. Just got this in the mail today. This is Exciting Comics number 1, a blank cover. So this is the book that Niobe's going to be in. So I had to, you know, go buy a blank so I can get an artist to put Niobe right on there. You know what I mean?
Why not? Eh?
Why not, right? And so yeah, that's just some of the books that I got lying around, dude. You know. Yeah, I'll show you these. These are fucking cool. I'm in a book, and I don't mean Niobe. I mean I'm in a book, Kyle.
You're in a book?
Yeah, this book right here. This is called Common America by Mr. Tim Lim. Now you can get these through Antarctic Press, but these are the nice hardcovers.
Right.
You got like that, eh, Kyle? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
The little boob window there. You know what I mean?
I dig that.
Right? So in number 3, though, Tyler Carpenter and I appear as characters. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you my. Oh, here, look, just check this out. You know what I mean? Like, boom.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So Tim Lim is a fucking great artist, dude. Like when you read this book, it's like reading a cartoon. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like it's bright, it's colorful. The chicks are hot. You know, the story is funny.
It reminds me of the UK annuals for comic books.
Sure, yeah.
Just by the look of that.
Now, as we sort of like, Tim likes to throw in people that he knows. Like I know Tim through the, you know, the independent comic book, quote unquote community, if you will. So he likes to throw people in. I'm just trying to find my spot. Yeah, here I am. So it's me and Tyler. We're in these couple of panels right here. We're soldiers. Okay. So I'm the guy with the short brown hair. So Tyler's like, Sergeant Ball won't find him. I'm like, nah, brother, no one goes in there. We're gonna have a silly goose time, because that's what Tyler always says, right? Yeah, we're gonna get so wrecked tonight. And then Tyler's like, what the crap? What's that? You know, and then like this big thing fucking shows up and knocks me and Tyler right out of the way, and you know, a bunch of shit goes down. And
that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. So my first ever comic book here. So guys, if you're interested in this, it's called Common America.
The first appearance of Larry Higgins.
That's right. The first appearance of Larry Higgins. You got it, brother.
So there you go.
Yeah. So that's a little catching up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I haven't really been. What have I been getting? I've been mostly concentrating on my 2080 run, like the early stuff. So stuff like
there
that.
you go. Look at that.
So yeah, I've only got like 18 progs, they're called, issues to go of this comic book, and I've got the first 500. So yeah, you know what they're up to.
Yeah.
2,100 and something or other. That's what they're up to. So I've just been mainly focusing on that run this year. I'm 4 away from completing the X-Men run, but it's the expensive issue, so they can wait. I just can't afford to buy them at the moment.
The only missing 4, dude. I know they're probably the most expensive of the 4, maybe, but
one of them isn't 58, X-Men 58. So, but I know somebody who's got one for sale. So, well, we're going to talk to him.
You got the inside scoop, man.
Yeah, I haven't had a yarn to him yet, but
check this out, brother. I'm going to show you something else.
Is that the
boom?
There, yeah.
So that's our gal. This is going to be on the next book that we're currently making right now. Pages are
nice.
Just started. This is done by Matt Weldon of Antarctic's Punchline. Colors by Dan Alvera, and it's just a beautiful piece. I mean, just look at that water, the colors, the neon. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a fantastic cover, man. Just want to show that off, you know.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so no, haven't been up to much. Collecting action figures more than comics.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I seen.
Still hardcore
unboxing there. Yeah, it was like all action figures, you know.
Yeah,
man, I wouldn't have the room for that. I would love to get some, you know, like I look at your collection, like damn, especially like with the Star Wars stuff and that sort of stuff. I mean, like fuck yeah, I wouldn't mind wall to wall Star Wars figures, but I have nowhere to put them. Like I have to downsize my comic book collection because I just got too many long boxes and I just don't have any room, you know. Like,
and I had this weird idea, like it's worked out quite well, having my cards on pegs. See, they're all. If you can see what I'm doing here,
yeah, no, absolutely. It's like a legit store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they're at a store.
That's right, man.
I just got screws and screwed them into the wall and just hung the figures up. So,
but I mean, I am going to buy that Magic figure. I mean, I'll just probably buy it off of eBay. But if I'm going to get one, you know what I mean. If I'm going to get one, that's going to be the one, you know.
Oh yeah, I do like this one here. I think this is.
Oh, that's a great Storm, yeah.
Yeah, standing one. I'm gonna be careful because they don't stand up if I muck around with them.
You ever come home drunk and just like bash into them all, and they all like.
I'd have. Oh, and this one here, like.
Yeah. See, the classic Marvel girl.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. They are pretty cool, but I just need like a Cable, a Bishop. I don't know who else. Jubilee. That's probably it, and I'll be done with the Marvel Legends probably because I've got all them. I've got all the characters I like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I do like these ones, like you know, on the.
I see these at the comic shop all the time. Yeah.
But yeah. So couldn't get this in New Zealand. This one. So Frost went looking for it. So. That was pretty cool, and he got a case for it. So.
Frost, go look for toys for me. God damn it!
I've got a box here. I've got a box here for him and Ray, and it's probably 2 years ago that I said I'd send them a box. So it's got.
You kind of owe them one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta sell like some kiwi candy or something. You know.
It's got cards because Frost's into his trading cards. It's got a sketch of Ray, and I can't remember what else. Oh, some books that Frost was after and some other stuff. And I've got to send it now because he sent me this stuff.
That's right. Now you feel guilty if you don't. You know what I mean?
That's right. So
it's the same way. Like I get guys, they'll send me like their independent comic books, you know.
Yeah.
And like I feel obligated to send them back something, you know what I mean? So I got like 3 guys that I got to send stuff to.
My brother made this.
Your brother made that?
Yeah.
Like from scratch?
Just a model kit. Yeah.
Okay. They're sharp, man. Space.
that is the best Enterprise, the Next Generation one.
The Final Frontier, man. You know.
Yeah. So I've got these stands now because. So you know what I'm going to be doing tonight?
What are you gonna be doing?
Putting them on stands.
Okay.
The old figures. So. Yeah, I haven't been up to much, man. I just working a lot. I paid my mortgage off the other day, about 3 weeks ago.
You did what now?
Paid my mortgage.
Mortgage.
I own my house.
Okay, yeah.
I'm mortgage free. Yeah.
More. Oh, you like completely paid off.
Yeah. I am legit.
Legit.
I can now. I can now buy a big boy book at some stage.
We still use that term, big boy book. All right.
I don't know what they call them now.
Well, dude, listen, I haven't watched like comic book YouTube in a while.
Yeah,
and I mean, like, I have my circles, like, you know, but we're like, they're independent comic book YouTube channels. So like, we're guys that make independent comic books. It's not sort of the same thing as what we used to be involved with.
Yeah.
Like, you know, auction shows or speculation shows, or, you know, here's the latest haul from the comic shop, you know. Like the stuff I've been involved with is more about now the creation of books and, you know, what's coming out that you may never have heard of on crowdfunding and things of that nature.
So there you go.
Anderson, there you go. That's my favorite Judge Dredd character.
Look at it, Brees.
She can get in my head anytime, brother. You know what I mean?
So there. Yeah. So that's kind of cool because she never stood up. Now she does.
So yeah, I couldn't even tell you who any of the players are anymore, you know, in the YouTube scene. You know, once in a while I gotta ask Frost, like, anything interesting going on? He'd be like, nah, brother, nothing, you know.
Well, I can't really tell you either. There's a couple of channels I watch. I watch Robert Galvin. He's a good old school comic book collector. Big shout out to him, actually.
Don't know him.
He collects a lot of golden age horror stuff and sci-fi stuff, and he's got a good channel. He's got a live show, The Nerdy Collective, on it'll be Saturday nights for you guys, but my Sundays. Yeah, he's got a good channel. And he has guests on his channel, and it's a bit like what we used to do, but his is a bit more polished, you know. Got all the
It's not you, it's not I. What's the line?
That's right. We love comics. I wonder what he's up to.
I think he's still around. I mean, I haven't dropped by his channel in quite a while, but
yeah.
So he still does this thing. What's that you got in your hand? What one's this one?
This is Slain.
He looks badass. Where's he from?
Simon Bisley. See that? Simon Bisley.
He looks like Lionel without the red hair.
Yeah, well, he's a 2080 character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's got a warp spasm, so he changes his form and gets all crazy. It's
I got a spasm too. I think I need to get it checked.
Yeah. So, fair enough. So he always falls over too, so I'll put him up on that stand later.
Yeah, I got a couple. Jubilee's missing a hand. Diva's fucking missing a leg. There's a dead or alive character missing her entire head. It's off with her head.
Going with figures, eh? It's just.
Well, I mean, if you, like you said, you know, you're careful, like, not to knock them over. And I've knocked a couple of these over, and, you know, if they take a, you know, like even like a 3-foot fall, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, something's busted off, you know.
That's right. You're absolutely right. You know that there. Yeah, I hate it because I've done that quite a few times with figures. So I don't even know why I got into the game of collecting action figures. So,
well, it's a little late to be asking that question now.
It's crazy.
A little late on the draw there, McGraw. Like, God damn. You're like fucking swimming in them, you know, like.
I've always been into them though. I think since year dot.
Okay, man. You know, you got the room where I just would like to come into and just geek the fuck out for an afternoon. You know what I mean? You'll probably spend a day just like looking at all the shit you got in there. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, you probably dig through my boxes and have a.
Oh, for sure. Be pulling things out left and right.
I
Like,
got a
holy
stack
fuck, this is cool. I've never seen this
some cool
before.
comics. I've got a stack of cool comics in front
Yeah,
of me.
dude. Show me what you got, brother.
Yeah, you're gonna go. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with this one.
All right. Holy fuck, dude. That is a stack. Is that the first Miss Marvel?
Yeah. That's Miss Marvel #1.
There you go. No, that's some old school. Dude, back in the day, I mean, you can get these cheaper now, but I remember like back in the day when those were going for like $20 a piece, dude. Is that first print?
Yep. Sure
So
is.
that's fucking what, a $200 comic easy now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This I have, probably not in the same shape that yours is in. Of course, that is the first appearance of the symbiote, right?
Yep.
You got the classic 90s Venom.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a expensive book there.
No, yeah. Why? What's special about that one?
Venom is anything Venom. That's his first solo books. So
Okay.
yeah, because 300's now out of reach.
This one here I got from $10 by someone we don't speak of anymore.
Okay, I won't speak that name. There you go. There's my one signed by Claremont.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this one, dude.
Oh, there's another one.
I still have a whole ton of old Excaliburs if you're missing any. Like, fuck. That novel there, of course, this predates the #1. That was the special edition Excalibur. This was basically a book kind of put out to see if it would even bite. You know what I mean?
That bit.
And remember, like in this book, Nightcrawler fucking legit throws Captain Britain out of the lighthouse and right into the ocean to wake him up because he was all fucking drunk.
That's right. He did too. And
yeah,
the
he did.
Artwork, it's Alan Davis.
That's right.
It is the peak of his powers.
Yeah, you know, Alan Davis is still posting on Facebook. He's actually been posting like the original pages of his run on Excalibur on Facebook.
So Alan Davis is actually a 2080 guy. He drew DR and Quince, and he also drew Harry 20 and the High Rock in the pages of.
He drew Harry Potter. What?
No, Harry 20 and the High Rock.
No, I heard you right the first time.
But yeah, if you ever get a chance to read that, you should.
X-Men Adventures. Now, what's the significance of this one? Anything?
It's the animated series, and it's the first appearance of Morph.
Morph? No, Morph was, well, I guess, I was going to say he's been in the comic before that, because wasn't he called Mimic?
No.
All right, you sure on that? Okay.
Yep. So, yeah. There is a
Jamie,
called...
go fact check that one, Jamie. Okay, Jamie's going to go fact check that one.
There is a guy called the Changeling. You see.
Well, who was the X-Men that died, though? I mean, what? Like, didn't Mimic die?
Yeah, Mimic did.
So Morph and Mimic aren't the same guy? Because I figured they were the same character. They just switched up the name. You know what I mean?
No.
You got some X-23 going on there.
This is my one. It's signed by Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor. There you go.
I got to meet him a few years ago.
More Miss Marvel.
It's the first Raven. Full first Raven. Mystique. So... Yeah, this book here. You know about this book.
Yeah. We've seen that a lot back in the day. I remember when that was like a big, big book everyone was chasing down.
But I won that off Trilogy's Comic Corner.
Hey, Kyle, twerk, bitch, twerk.
And we've got the gold X-Men 2099. So it's pretty cool. Got to have that.
You got some of the foily covers I see for sure. You know what I mean? Nova.
So what's the name? Dick Ryder.
All right.
Yeah,
that's another book that people were chasing down for a while.
I got that for $2.
$2. Sounds like a steal to me.
Got that one.
Oh yeah.
What's that one?
Thor. You know, I just watched the first episode of Loki tonight.
It's good, eh?
It's weird. It got that Doctor Who feel to it with the whole, multiverse time thing going on.
Yeah. Brute force, mate. This is
awesome. Brute force. No, okay, the Hellfire Gala, yeah.
Yeah, it's modern stuff. Yeah.
You know, some of the costumes look good. Some of them were just downright awful.
Awful. Yes, I thought that too.
Awful.
They were awful, mate. They weren't cool. They weren't cool, bro. They weren't cool.
Yeah, you know, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier about, like, you know, the comic book industry sort of dying but also thriving at the same time.
Yeah.
I find that, you know, while newer modern books maybe not be selling as well, you know, I mean, Batman's doing okay. The new Spawn, I guess, is pre-orders have done really well for Todd McFarlane, the highest selling Image book in the last 10 years at least, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on the whole, modern comics, you know, on the shelf aren't doing so on. It's for a variety of reasons. But what people are doing is they're still buying comics. It's just they're buying older comics. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're going back and they're hunting for the back issues now. And
the back issues are the key.
Yeah, the back, and not just even key issues. They're just hunting like anything that's older now because they're starting to realize that, you know, I don't think it will ever fully go away, but print media is, you know, is slowly, you know, becoming less and less of a thing. And, you know, people reading digital are becoming more and more of a thing. You know, I know people are like, you know what, I traded in my collection. I just get all digital now. I can carry it, you know, 1,300 comic books on my tablet and I can read it wherever I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't agree with that, but hey.
No, I'm with you. But I'm just telling you, you know, how modern technology has, you know, changed physical media. It's the same way with video games, right?
Yeah,
you know, we used to buy cartridges and discs. Well, my PlayStation is half loaded with digital games. Why? Well, because I always have access to them. They're not going to take up space and clutter up. Video games have, you know, unless if they're like become an old, rare retro game, have very little sale value lately. You bring a video game to GameStop and see what they give you, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, but people are hunting for that older stuff. And what they're also hunting for, though, is stuff that is newer, but reminds them of the older stuff. And this is sort of like where the independent comic books come into play and why people are flipping, you know, Niobes for $150 and Common America is doing so well over 100K on Kickstarter and stuff like that. Because people are still hungry for good comics. It's just they're not finding what they want, I think, out of the big two. Some people are, don't get me wrong. There's something for everyone, but you know, I'm talking as a broad generalization, you know?
No, I know. I get you. I know what you mean. I do. Totally.
And you know, maybe you know, the other thing that's, you know, kind of crippling modern day comics though is manga.
Yeah, it's getting big again.
No, manga is huge right now. It's not even getting big. It's already big, and it's becoming even bigger. One manga book, right? I forget which one it was called. It might have been Demon Hunter or something.
Yeah, I've got that. It's up there. I'm looking at it. It's
that book outsold the entire.
Oh no, sorry, no, I got it wrong.
Yeah. Okay, well, one of those mangas anyway outsold the entire comic book industry. The one book, the one title, sales wise, killed everything combined for Western comics.
Bloody hell!
Yeah. So that should give you like a sort of a broad perspective that younger people. There might be a few exceptions. Again, nothing's an absolute here, what I'm saying, but a lot of younger people aren't reading the traditional superhero comic book anymore. What they're reading is manga.
Yes,
that's what they go out and buy. And there's a variety of reasons for it. But I think one of the big reasons is that you get more for your dollar.
Right.
That's not hard to jump into because they're all labeled nicely and they all, you know, you can start at number one and buy them and you don't have to go hunt for these back issues and you don't have to figure out like a jumping on point and 10,000 reboots and that sort of stuff.
Right.
The other thing that people like about it is that most of the time in manga, the characters grow and they age, right? Where in comic books, you know, even though they age somewhat, I mean, Spider-Man's not 16 anymore. He's an adult. But you know, by this time, he should be like a 90-year-old man. You know what I mean?
He should be. I totally agree. He should be, but he's not.
Like old man Spider-Man, you know. But that's what they do in manga. They age the characters, and some of these characters actually become generational characters, where you know the characters that you knew from before are now have kids, and you're reading the stories about the kids. You know what I mean?
As you hear some more books, like another character that's aging is Dread. He's 70. He's in real time.
Just
Like,
talked about this book the other day. This, of course, is the Long Shot miniseries drawn by Arthur Adams. This ties into X-Men Annual 10, where Long Shot was dropped into our world from the Mojoverse.
the
Also
Mojo
drawn by the legendary Arthur Adams.
It's an amazing book. There's an amazing book there. We got another good book.
Yeah, so this is what, Old Man Logan stuff?
Yeah, first appearance of Old Man Hawkeye, Old Man Logan, and the Banner family.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, it's pretty
in
cool.
their wrinkly old flesh.
Yep. Quite an original what if, probably the best what if story.
Of course, we got this. What is that? Is that number 8? Is that the issue?
No, it's number 1.
Number 1, okay.
Yeah. I have got number do I have number 8? Can't remember.
It's been 4. A while since I've seen these, but yeah.
And then, of course, we've got that.
Yeah, and so Spawn's making a big comeback. Todd McFarlane's sort of rebooting the Spawn universe. It's actually going to be 4 brand new Spawn comics coming out.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, Spawn has once again exploded. It became the number 1 selling comic, like pre-order wise, for Image. In a long, long time. Like, I'm even talking like outdoing some Walking Dead numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And so he's got a lot of top tier talent drawing and working on these books. He's got J. Scott Campbell doing stuff with him. He's got Greg Capullo, doing stuff with him. Yeah. So some of the names you may recognize from Spawn from earlier on, and some new names that he's bringing on board. But he's not fucking around. Like these titles look great. I got all 4 of them on my pull list, at least the first issues, just to check them out.
Yep.
But Todd McFarlane, he's a guy who's he never stops. He is. He's a prime example of someone who makes and builds their own success.
He does. He's highly intelligent too. I really like him as a person. I've never met him. You have, but I haven't. But
just the once. But he was cool as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he talks, and
he talks like Mickey Mouse. No, he doesn't.
No, I mean, just his intelligence, and I've watched his videos where he shows you how to draw.
Yeah,
and I just like
he makes it look so easy.
Yeah,
I remember watching like one older video with him. And he's like lecturing fucking Rob Liefeld. Like, I think it was Rob Liefeld recounting the story, and Rob Liefeld's like, and here's Todd McFarlane. He's like, while you're trying to learn how to draw the anatomy, I'm drawing extra bricks in the wall.
Yeah, I watched Todd McFarlane's documentary about Spawn 300. That was good. That was a good doco. It didn't go too long.
The other cool thing is that with Spawn and a couple of those other sort of legacy Image titles like Savage Dragon and stuff, they never stopped their original numbering. Not once did they reboot and go back. And
that's right.
To find a comic book series that is like with their original numbering at like 300 now, good fucking luck. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I've got one, and that is 2000 AD.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they're very few and far in between now, though. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yep. But,
and they'll go back and try and put like the legacy numbers on them after they fucked it all up. I'm sorry, guys. The damage has already been done.
It has. It's not. Not good, Marvel and DC doing what they do.
It's good in the sense that, some people might feel like that's a jumping on point and that can lead to sales. Of course, first issues of whatever will always sell, right? But what do you do after that? You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't like it. How many volumes of the Uncanny X-Men has it?
Sure, and this is it.
5 since 2012 when Volume 1 finished. So,
and I never would have done that with Uncanny X-Men. Like, I would have kept the legacy number going. And, if you want to do something new with the X-Men, fine, do something new, but make it a different title. You know what I mean?
That's right. I would have just,
It's not like the X-Men is like, exempt from having 8 or 9 titles going on at any given time,
It's just, I don't, we could go on about that all night when it comes to.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because X-Men, the Jonathan Hickman one is getting rebooted next month.
So I hear. Isn't someone else taking over the writing duties? I don't get it.
and like Immortal Hulk's finishing at number 50, and I just
Well, at least they made it to 50. Sometimes they don't even make it to 12, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that is true. But guys, can they not just? It would be great if a comic could reach 100, 100 issues. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, you know, like even with my own series, I mean, I won't be alive to do 100 issues. You know what I mean? It takes us about 6 months just to put out one, you know, fuck.
Yeah. All my figures over here, you can't see, but I've got all my vintage. Remember,
No, I see you hard at work, you know.
Yeah, Star Wars collection over here. There you go. It's a trap.
It is have you been watching the Bad Batch?
Yeah, I have. I haven't seen the latest episode.
Yeah, I've seen like the first 5, I want to say.
But the wee girl, that accent, do you recognize that accent?
Well, isn't it a Kiwi accent?
Yeah, she's got exactly the same accent as me. Me and my brother will watch the first episode together, and we picked it straight away.
I'm like, that's the one character that needs to go.
And she's a Kiwi.
Well, you know, I get her purpose, right? She's supposed to like get the group in trouble, and you know, she's also supposed to be like the clever one who, you know, will figure things out, or like, you know, be the small kid that can sneak into the nook and crannies and do things that they can't. Like, I get it, but fuck, man, sometimes she's annoying as fuck, man.
Yeah, I think she's a plant. I think she's
bigger story behind her.
She's purposely, she doesn't know it, but she's gonna destroy what's left of the Jedi's.
Whoa, that's quite the claim there, Master Kyle.
There you go. I'm just saying. That's what
hey, listen, everyone thought I was crazy when I called Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. Everyone thought it was going to be fucking Mace Windu, and then we were doing a weekly show on The Mandalorian, and I said, you watch that last episode, it's going to be Skywalker. And I'm like, you're crazy. I said, am I? I said, think about the timeline that it takes place in, you know what I mean? There's only a couple of Jedis around, and they were all in hiding. The only one that really, you know, was around was Luke, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, Luke had that very strong tie with the original Yoda. So when Baby Yoda puts out the call that, hey, I need a Jedi, who do you think would be the first one to answer? Of course, it'd be Luke coming to the aid of another one of Yoda's species. You know what I mean? It made absolute sense, and everyone thought I was crazy.
Here's the guy that, hello, Z Collects. Here's the guy that put balance back into the Force.
All right, let's see.
Hello, Z Collects. How are you?
Yeah, Z Collects, man, in the chat.
Yeah.
It's nice to have people drop by. Even it's not late for you. I mean, it's just like dinner time for you, but for me, it's God, we're going on 4 a.m., my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
that's all right. I'm up all night anyway, so you know.
So yeah, the Z Collects. I mean, not Z Collects. Nice to have you in the chat. Anyhow, Z Collects.
Yeah.
I've seen you live before too. You've got a good show, man. It just was good. The Mandalorian was good.
This is the way.
Bad right so far, but it is the way. Actually, speaking of that, look at this. Oh shit!
Oh, don't drop it.
Oh,
careful there, young guy. Yeah, there you go. Is that Bo-Katan?
There's Bo-Katan.
Yeah. Good old Katie Sackhoff, man. Starbucks.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta like the redheads.
Yeah, I'm very privy to the redheads there, Kyle.
There you go.
Yeah, brother.
Mando.
Shooting Jawas. Remember when he was like incinerating Jawas? It was like ripping off the ship. And Baby Yoda just like, this is like the greatest thing ever, you know?
Season 2 is like, to me, it's some of the best Star Wars ever. You can't compete with Empire Strikes Back. For me,
no, I think that's always going to be sort of the that or the first one will always be like people's granddaddies, you know, like when it comes to like old school Star Wars fans.
But
I do think that people really got disappointed with the new trilogy.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was poorly written.
Yeah, well, there's not much we can do about it now. It exists, but hopefully, with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau sort of heading up the Star Wars universe going forward, you know, especially when it concerns the television and the animated shows, Hopefully they
Yeah,
can maybe, you know, undo some of the damage that's been done, or restore some faith. Like I know the Mandalorian kind of restored some faith in Star Wars for me after the disaster of the Rise of Skywalker and the Last Jedi. I mean, the Force Awakens wasn't so bad, but it was pretty much a clone of A New Hope in, you know, in many regards, right?
yeah. I mean, I've got no problems with the Force Awakens. I actually went to that twice, and I thought it was fairly decent. But the Last Jedi just shit all over everything that I loved about Star Wars.
Well, dude, I'll tell you, I've been to every Star Wars multiple times, you know, twice being the minimum, except for one. And that was the Rise of Skywalker. I saw it. I'm like, okay, I ain't coming back. And, and that was it, you know, like it felt like a rushed job, you know, that it felt like that JJ was trying to course correct, but the problem was it was too late for that.
The damage had already been done.
Damage had been done, and the more that they tried to shoehorn in there, and the more fan service they tried to provide, the more sort of encumbered it became, you know. Yeah, it was cool to see Lando Calrissian. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean. Yeah, it was cool to say, you know, hear Luke say, "Yeah, everything I told you in the previous movie, yeah, I was wrong," you know. But it was too late.
So you got this the greatest Jedi of them all, right? Luke Skywalker. If the Emperor was alive, he would have sensed him, right? He wouldn't have just died like he did in the Last Jedi. If he knew that the Emperor's presence was out there, he would have sensed it. So it made no sense to me, you know. And then
they had source material they could have used, you know, the Heir of the Empire and all that good stuff, and they just completely fucking huffed it, you know.
And then they killed Snoke. I just couldn't work that out, like.
And we still don't really know who the fuck Snoke was. I mean, I think he was like an offshoot of Snooki from fucking Jersey Shore.
Dirty Shore.
Dirty Shore, you know.
Dirty,
but they're trying to explain him now, because when we watch The Mandalorian, we see the Snoke clones. I'm assuming that's what they are growing in the vast Mandalorian, right?
That was a quick repair job, that one.
Yeah, you know.
And the good thing is that Kathleen Kennedy's gone, Burgers, so that's the main thing.
Well, she's not gone, but she's out of the executive creative control of the aspects. Like, she's still, like, you know, the main producer, and I'm sure some shit still has to go through her, but like the day-to-day sort of decisions on the show are done by Dave Filoni now.
Good. Yeah. Dave Filoni and
John Favreau are pretty much the two guys that the two.
And you know the cool thing. The cool thing is, like, Temawera Morrison, who's a Kiwi, he is Boba Fett, and he was awesome. And
he was a little overweight, but
yeah,
like he had that dad bod going on for sure, you know.
Oh, absolutely did,
but they'll slim him down for like, I'm excited to see the book of Boba Fett. You know, I guess filming for that's been completed, and so now it's just a waiting game to when they decide to release that. You know.
So he's super famous over here, you know, that he's like, and now he's really famous again. Like,
I want me armor back. I want me armor back.
And the other Kiwi that's in Star Wars is Taika Waititi, the director who played IG.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah. And he directed Thor Ragnarok as well. So he's like our biggest celebrity at the moment.
I thought that'd be like Russell Crowe.
Oh, sod him.
Right? you don't like Russ?
Oh, Russell's all right, I suppose.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
He's all right for a Kiwi, I suppose. But I like Taika better because he's a Maori boy, like myself.
We got 4 people watching now. 4 million of the Wakas fans tuning in to see what we got to say, Kyle.
I know. What else can we talk about? What else?
I don't know, man, because we're starting to run out of shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're live as well. Okay, that's cool, Z-Collex.
Is he like stream sniping us? Is that what's going on? He's live?
He must be. That's all good.
Well, hello to the Z-Collect Nation.
Yeah, I'm Clive.
I'm LP. I do the comic book Niobe.
And this has been
close to the 1K. That's right.
Yeah, I we used to live stream a long time ago. Me and Niobe Comics here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can, you know what? There's no reason why, every now and then we can't just do what we're doing right now and just hop on, and it doesn't have to be every week, just every now and then hop on and, shoot the breeze. You know what I mean?
That's right. Oh yeah,
Absolutely no reason why you can't come by the show. Yeah, there you go. The Beta Ray Bill, man. Yeah.
But Larry, here's a book.
All right, show me a book.
Here's a book. There you go.
Boom. Now it's a little bit hard to see because there's a lot of glare here. So tell us what you got in your hand.
I've got X-Men #2.
Number 2. And what's the grade on that?
There's a 2.5. It's restored. It's got a purple label, but it's all good. Because
Kyle, why? Speaking of graded books, my brother.
You know why?
Why?
It's only glue on the spine. That's the only problem with it.
I have what's called a CGC Creators account now.
Yeah.
So what that means is I can send to them my own books, and they give me like a nice big discount. And anything else I sent them, like say I sent them like an X-Men book, right? They'll give me 20% off the going rate of whatever it is that they charge because I'm a creator. And because of that, I get to do things like this, grade my own books, and then I can sign them, and then they'll give me the CGC signature series label. Because I sent a little form saying this is my signature and it's authentic. So we got CGC books now, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, when I first met you, I had one graded book.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. That was sent to you by Evan, right?
Yeah, might have been. Yeah. But now I've got about 9 of the bastards, so it's pretty awesome.
I got about like 9 or 10, but
yeah.
I had 5 graded. I sold 4 of them. Like the book I just showed you, they went instantly. So the next time I'm sending in the CGC, I'm probably going to send in 10. And I'm going to send in, a variety of covers and just keep a few for myself, and then put the rest up for sale. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've sorted that out now. So I don't know if you can see.
Oh, look, I like the Metallica shit you got going on there, brother.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
So they're all falling down. That looks Skywalker up the top there. He'd fallen over and knocked all of those figures down.
Fuck. It's like dominoes, man. It all starts with one,
But he's now on a frost stand, so he won't fall over.
Undisputed frost stand?
Yeah, one of these big fat bastards. So that's good. Yeah, one thing I do is swear a lot.
Well, I'm right there with you, so
But that's Kiwi slang. If you've ever talked to a Kiwi, we do swear a lot.
Yeah, man.
So,
well, you're not going to hurt my virgin ears any,
Yeah. So
I well, here I don't know if I can give the tour of the room. It depends on how much slack this camera's got. Not much, apparently. But I bought I got the 3 monitor setup now. It's like the fucking bat cave in here, Kyle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then down there we got the PlayStation 5 and the Series X.
Right, yeah.
If I fucking swing it around, this is my new sort of TV setup where I play the PlayStation. I got a bunch of the Funkos and shit and a bunch of stuff on the wall. And if I can swing it this way, will it go? Yeah, there's my Paul Green poster. I made a bunch of original art, some Iron Maiden up there. There's a few of the statues I got. There's Magic right up there and stuff like that. Oh,
it's pretty cool.
And then like way back there, it's like the Chung Lee stuff. That box, there's 2 long boxes. Those are all full of like Niobe comics or like my extras and leftovers and shit.
Right, yeah. So actually, I can do this. Can you? Oh, it's all caught up now. But yeah, see.
Yeah, man. Look at that. You got everything so nice and organized. Like my place is just like a fucking tornado,
So much Dread trades. Look at those. It's the complete Dread and graphic novel version.
Well, listen, we have Judge Dredd here with us. Mr. Judge Dredd, tell us what you think.
I'm the law. The law punk.
There we go. Straight from the man.
See that? So it's just kind of cool. This I can do that.
Now, how much? If you were to, like, let's say, you were to appraise the value of your entire collectible collection, like Kyle, how much
Right.
are we look like? How much? Like I know it's scary to think of, right? Like how much you may have dumped into this. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you probably got like $100,000 worth of shit there. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, probably. I probably could upgrade to a better house.
right.
So there you go. Look at that one. This Mando.
Yeah, the Star Wars Black Series.
But over here, now you'll like this because see, we've got Polaris.
We do.
Magneto.
Rogue, Magneto, Gambit. What's that? Is that Forge there?
Yep, Forge.
Yeah. All the classics, man. And Wolverine in the golden brown outfit. Good. You know what I mean? Magic. And I like how you got the because those variants that you got behind them, I don't have any of those.
Oh man, they're awesome. And then up here, look at that.
Yeah, brother.
Strong guy.
Okay, show me that variant right there. Go back. Magic. Lift up.
Oh, that one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the Artgerm one. Okay.
That's the Artgerm. And then there's the Psylocke Artgerm. And there's the Jean Grey Artgerm. So yeah. Gotta have them.
I gotta find those variants you got, like with just the white background, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then
your slabs.
Some of them.
Yeah, so that New Mutants I picked up not that long ago. $80
right.
Or 80 Canadian. So that probably about $60 US.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got heaps of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And then down here we've got statues.
Robo Dog.
So Kano, and then all my UK. This is my UK collection.
Yeah, they look like they've been well loved. Some of those.
Yeah, and then down here are my annuals. Probably can't see. You can see that. See, I got these bookcases measured and made for my comic boxes. Like, they're pretty awesome. All of this stuff here. But I got
how many boxes do you think you like? I know how many boxes I got. I got like 13 long boxes. Do you know how many boxes you got?
17.
17. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So then up there,
I like the TIE Fighter. Boom.
Yeah, and then some original art. There's from Matilda, that dread she drew me. And then we've got Trump as Captain America. And then there's a dread I drew. You can't really see that well because it's in white and stuff that was drawn for me. So yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, brother. It's like, like that meme, like 50 Shades of Grey. Hey, I got a pleasure room. Do you want to see it?
For I know, woman will go, "Ooh, you're a creep."
You bring her in, and it's not the fucking fetish room, but it's like the geek room.
She'll go, "You're seriously weird, Walker."
Is it weird now though? I think like the way that ever since the movies started hitting the scene, that of course this used to be weird to a lot of people, right? This sort of collecting. Yeah, brother, right there. This sort of collecting. You're into comic books, you're into board games, or D&D, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You're a nerd, you're a loser. Now it's hip and cool to be a nerd. You know what I mean?
I know it wasn't when I was growing up.
I mean, I got my ass kicked. Guys like me and Kyle helped pave the way for you guys to enjoy this shit.
Yeah, like I'd have a Metallica t-shirt or a Maiden t-shirt, and I was into Star Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who, and read comic books, and everybody else saw you tosser. Right? You're a loser. Yeah. You're a loser.
So I got the same sort of shit, man. I've never been called a tosser before, but I'm sure if I was in in your neck of the woods, that would have been a daily occurrence.
Yeah, that was that's what we were called.
You fucking tosser.
Yeah, fantastic. Walker.
Shit.
Why are you playing with dolls for? That's what it was. Dolls.
Oh. But they're action figures.
Yeah, that's right.
Action figures. Yeah, people ask me when we're gonna do like a Niobe toy or something, and it's gonna be a long way before we get to that point.
Steve Ballou made a toy.
He did. I fucking got it right here. Funny enough, you say that.
I've seen it.
Yeah, well, we'll show the crowd here, but I mean,
yeah. Did he give it to you?
Oh, well, he made this Avani. Yeah. This was like the villain from Niobe, and he took like a Black Widow figure and he just fucking morphed it all up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant when he showed me.
Yeah, no, man, I still got it. It sits right by my stereo. You know.
What a clever bugger.
Yeah. It's cool because you'll get things like that. Like we got the Niobe Funko Pop, and every now and then, like we'll get fan art. Like people, like I'm gonna show you this piece of fan art here if I can find it, and you go and you say that's fan art. That looks like it could be a goddamn cover. You know what I mean? So like, check this out for a second. This was just sent to me today by a guy by the name of Bad Ankle Bill.
Yeah, I see it. Hang on. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so this is just like someone drawing this for fun and like, hey, I drew your character. What do you think? I'm like, God damn, that could be like a cover or a print or something. Like.
Yeah.
The more we blow it up, the sort of more pixelated it gets. But he's gonna send me like a high res version of it, and yeah, man, it's he's an artist. He's been out of the game for about a good year. He just started drawing again, and he wanted to get some eyes on his stuff. And he's like, like Niobe's some easy on the eyes and a fun character to draw. So every now and then we get stuff like that. It's pretty cool,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, I want to open this up, you see. But
you want to play with your toys?
Oh, I don't like my toys. When it comes to Marvel Legends, I've got to let them breathe. That's the tool I say.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. My statues I'll take out to put on display, but I got like a handful of action figures, and by a handful I mean like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
and they're just on the in the packages on my wall. Same thing with the Funko Pops. I just sort of
I just ripped it, bud.
See, that's why we don't do that. But I get it, man. I get like if you especially if you have the room and the places to put these things, they look great on display. You know what I mean?
Look at that. Warlock. We got a Warlock body.
When the hell do you ever see Warlock? You know what I mean? Like
he's alive again. You know that.
Oh yeah. I just mean like as a toy. We never see like a Warlock toy.
No, we don't. No.
He's kind of like the character they just sort of forget. I was like, how in the fuck do we make this into a toy?
I might sell that body though for another figure.
I sell my body all the time, Kyle.
Because that's what people do on. I'm on a Marvel Legends.
I got my OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans.
So there we go.
These guys pom-poms. Excellent.
Sunfire is an underrated character.
Well, he was a character that showed up when they did the whole giant size X-Men. He was around for a brief stint. And then they just kind of tossed him, and I don't know why. Then he kind of makes a resurgence later on. They change him up. They change his attitude a bit. He becomes almost like a Japanese nationalist for a while.
He does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, I remember. I remember.
I like him because he was arrogant, like Namor.
Oh yeah, man, that was it.
He was a bit of an asshole, like Namor is.
Absolutely, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I liked about Sunfire. Oh, something fell down. That's the problem when you've got heaps of things.
That Magneto you just whisked by?
Yeah.
I thought for a second it might have been Emma Frost because all I saw was like the white cape,
Yeah.
But then I caught a glimpse of the helm. I'm like, okay, no, that's our boy Magnus,
Got to have a Magnus in my collection.
Listen, we got Magneto right here. Magneto, what do you think?
We are the future, Charles, not them. They no longer matter.
That's
I
right.
love it.
Well, I got a soundboard, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's not quite a soundboard. It's a stream deck. It can do a lot more than play sounds, but I got it loaded up with a bunch of sounds, you know.
Oh, that was awesome.
Right? Here, I'll show you. Let's see. This is what it looks like. It's just like this little device right here. And I can make it bring up websites or play videos, or like I can just hit a little button and be like, you know,
Amazing.
like what?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I got all the little toys, Kyle. All the little toys.
Oh, well, some fires up there now. I just need a banshee. That's what I need.
Is there a banshee?
No, there isn't.
You gotta get on that, and you gotta make his is it his daughter or his niece? That's Siren, right?
His daughter. Yeah.
Daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, she appeared recently. She was in the Swords of X,
Okay.
which I didn't like that much. A lot of people did, but I'm sick of the Marvel events that happen every 5 minutes.
Well, you know,
Like,
you're preaching to the choir, young man.
it's just rubbish, man. Just garbage. Just what? And then the amount of titles that they bring out, like, you know, it's crazy. So that's what I think.
All right, I'll show one last little lot myself, and then I'm gonna mosey on, sir.
Yeah, I probably am too. But
if you guys haven't been reading this stuff, you might want to get on this. This is The Last Ronin. Probably one of the best old school feeling turtle series that is going today. I know this one's kind of hard to see because of the Mylar, but this if you bought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day, Eastman and Laird, Mirage Studios, this The Last Ronin, it will warp you right back there. This is Punchline from Antarctic Press. I showed you a cover a little while ago with her in the rain. Same artist here, Matthew Walden, who had done that. We got some Red Sonja covers by one famous Joseph Michael Linzer of Dawn fame from back in the early 2000s from Cyrus and Image Comics.
Nice.
We have Exciting Comics number 10. This is the book that Niobe will be making her publication debut in right here. Yeah. We Marvel comic, like I said, I don't get too many of these, but I bought this because, cover, and they put her back in the classic costume. This is Spider-Woman number 11. Yeah. We got even more Red Sonja. This is just a back issue, number 8. This here is Invincible Red Sonja number 1. This is the new series that I'm kind of really digging. Yeah, nice. I'm trying to get a little better look there. This here is Batman 108. Apparently, this is the first appearance of Molly Miracle.
Okay.
So if you can find that out in the wild, I would suggest probably grabbing that. This is like the variant cover.
Right.
This is just like a back issue I bought for $2. Some black magic, old school anime sort of style. Masami Shimiro. I can never pronounce his name right. This here is from Zenoscope, the Cinderella annual. Cinderella's she's downright savage, man. It's not the Cinderella you think she is, She's like a villain. Got some Critter from Mr. Tom Hutchinson from Big Dog Inc., former partners of Aspen Comics.
Okay.
We got just really cool Harley Quinn cover. I just had to buy it, even though I have no idea what the story is like. I haven't cracked into it. Really nice Harley cover there, Yeah. From Brian Polito of Lady Death, we got some Hell Witch. So that's a crowdfunded book. This here is from Merc Magazine. This cover here is done by Jamie Tyndall. This is a signed book. I'm going to be interviewing actually the editor-in-chief of this book on Sunday's show, Murphy Duke.
Yeah.
So this is Miss Meow number 1.
Nice.
Another Kickstarter book from Molly Schofield is Minx Cyberpunk. This is really good, actually, and a bunch of tchotchkes in the back. But
Yeah.
This book did really well on Kickstarter, just like fucking phenomenal. I showed you this series, but this is the first issue. This is Nocturna #1.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We got some more Joseph Michael Linzer Red Sonja here. We got here, Kyle, you might like this one. Cosplay Red Sonja cover.
Oh, look at that.
Right? Little, not hard on the eyes. And then from my good friend Brian Ball over at Rags, he's doing a spin-off series called Sailor Rogoski, and this is Sailor Rogoski #1.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, some more stuff from the box back there. These are just like random comics I need to sort of shuffle and put back into order.
Yeah.
But lots of more goodies where those come from, and we can show more. The next time we do this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, brother. So I'm probably gonna go now, Kyle. But definitely good. Touching base with you, come on the show for a little bit, and shoot the breeze. You know what I mean?
2 hours later, an hour and a half later. That's good.
Yeah, hey, man, it was fun, and like I said, man, we'll do it again. I want you to come over to Rebel Comics some night. You have the time, and say hello to my new co-host Max. Max DeVille, Mary Machine Gun, and we got lots of people that drop by, brother. So want to see you.
Yep. Okay, sounds good.
All right.
We'll catch you all later.
Peace
See
out.
you later, man.